Welcome back to Northeast Beast Fantasy Football League 2017. After a fantastic 2016 season with Rob bringing home the championship with the champions team, we're going to see if we can change that this year. Fantastic year. Him and Team Wynick went at it in the final. Rob scored huge points. We'll get back to that in a little while because you know what? We have sponsors this year. We have two fantastic sponsors for our first video. It's not even week one and we have sponsors. So let's introduce them. The first one, for all of you men whose hearts bleed football, this one's for you. Jameson Irish Whiskey. It's the nectar of the gods. That is delicious. And for all of you bitches who bleed elsewhere at least once a month, this one's for you. Tampax Pearl. And you know what? Fortunate for you guys, they've sent me a couple boxes of the heavy flow shit because we know you need that. There you go. All right, back to congratulations to Rob, champion of the league. Fantastic. And also to Deuce. He won the Golden Plunger Award. That is a very underrated award, and a lot of leagues don't give it out. However, you earned it, my friend. You came from the loser's bracket to win the loser's tournament. So therefore, you have the Golden Plunger Award. That is a real award. It is a Golden Plunger, which you can use to free little sniveling pieces of shit out of the toilet pipe. Which pretty much, I mean metaphorically, all of you are sniveling little pieces of shit. So that's a very handy tool. Alright, now back to Rob. We do have pictures of Rob celebrating with his trophy. Like when people win the Stanley Cup, they bring it to their hometown, their friends, their family, things like that. Well, stay tuned. Here we go. So yeah, there it is. I mean, very excited as you can see. I didn't get pictures from the Apollo or the White House or other places he went. I did get a couple from the Bronx, but very excited, and he should be. He won the league, so give him a little credit there. All right. Now to new business. We have to say goodbye to a not-so-fierce competitor, Shaving Reggie's Bush. You are gone, my friend. Peace out. You sucked. You tried playing for like 4 weeks. You beat a couple teams, which ended up screwing them in the long run, and then you just stopped playing. We're here for competitive play. Your name is outdated. Your play is outdated. You just sucked in general. So, peace out. Goodbye, good riddance, we're all set. Taking his spot is a guy named Ernie. Ernie. Big Ern, like from, what was the name of that bowling movie? Kingpin. You know, Big Ern. Yeah, that's him. He's got it. He's team number 10. I'm sure he'll name his team pretty good after that. He's pretty witty. He'll probably be shit talking. I hope so, or he'll learn his way real quick in this league. But he's new. Shaving Reggie's Bush is old. He's gone. It's done. Thank you very much. This league is very competitive. Everybody wants to be in this league. There's a waiting list. It's a free league, but it's very competitive. The weekly videos, the banter, the shit talk back and forth. Everybody wants to be in it. So maybe we'll do last places out. I don't know. Tell all your friends. We'll see what happens. As far as name changes go, Name changes are always good. I like new names. We know the competitors. We know the teams. As of right now, we only have one name change. I will be changing my name because I moved, so I cannot use Moonstone Dung Beetles anymore. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. However, we do already have a name change. As Good as Romo's Back, which is probably the worst name of last year. It sucked. Terrible name, especially for a Patriots fan. And he had an okay season, I'll give you that. His name has changed to Goats Are Us. Goats. I like goats. I contemplated buying a mini goat, a miniature goat, but I bought a Doberman instead. Goats are cool. I think they're awesome. They're very intelligent animals. They give you milk. You make cheese from it. They can headbutt like a motherfucker. And goats are cool. I don't know if you're talking about the farm goat or goat, like greatest of all time. Like, if you want to name your team after Peyton Manning, that's cool. As far as I'm concerned, that's pretty awesome. But I got to thinking, and you know what? I hit my research and development team, and they were like, "Goats Are Us." You know what that is? That's GRU. Goats Are Us. And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." So GRU, that's Gru. So after a little bit more Googling and a little more research from my team, this is what we came up with. We found actual pictures of the owner of Goats Are Us. And here you go. Yeah, you see what I'm seeing? The only thing pointed in that dude's nose is his tongue. Or his nipples, depending on who you ask. Well, anyhow, now we have a huge announcement. It's the draft announcement. The draft is scheduled for August 21st. That's a Monday night. It's not too far off and doesn't give us too much time before the actual season starts. Football's different than other sports where there are injuries, a lot of injuries, so you have to draft closer to game time. All right. Well, I just have to let you guys know. It's a Monday night. It's the 21st. If you guys have any issues, if you have to work that night, if you have kids that night, if you're going out with your wife, something else, if anything comes up, you need to let me know ASAP. Send me a text message, email me, put a message up, just so I can publicly ridicule you. You should not be missing this. If you auto draft, you suck. You suck at football. You suck at life. And you will not win this league. So just let me know. Alright? We'll be good there. Alright, draft strategy. Here we go. This is part of the big show. Wide receiver versus running back. How are we going to go? What are you going to pick? Where are you landing? It's a random draft order. We'll find out an hour before the draft. Last year, running backs scored more than wide receivers. Everybody was projecting it the opposite way. That did not happen. Wide receivers scored some points, but running backs scored more. However, running backs are few and far between. There's 3, maybe 4 good ones, first-round picks. Wide receivers are really deep. Projections at wide receiver. You got Antonio Brown. You got OBJ. You got Julio Jones. That's probably the top 3. I don't know. What are you going to do? There's running backs, but there's not very many of them at all. We'll get into that in a bit. Quarterbacks and tight ends. Where are you going to pick them? I mean, as far as both of them go, it's a crapshoot pretty much. I mean, quarterbacks, you'd be good pretty deep. Tight ends, not so much. As far as I see quarterbacks going, I see 16 quarterbacks, which is half the league, essentially. I see half the league throwing for more than 4,000 yards. I mean, touchdowns are going to come with that, depending on who the quarterback is, so is interceptions. So, unless you have, like, Aaron Rodgers, who knows? What are you going to do? Sleepers, draft sleepers. Marshawn Lynch. He's been out of football for a little while. I guess he stayed in shape, from what I hear. The Raiders, they have a fantastic offensive line. They have a pretty good receiver core. They have what I consider a great quarterback. So adding a running back to that mix balances the whole thing out. Is he going to be good? Is he going to be healthy? Is he going to be fresh? We'll see. Isaiah Crowell from the Browns. I personally expect this to be his breakout season. It is the Browns, so who knows? They might be down in a lot of games. He might not get many touches. John Brown from the Cardinals. I think this will be his breakout season. I think he will join into the ranks of maybe top 5 in the league. Could be totally wrong on that. That's why they're sleepers. Robert Woods. Robert Woods is a speed demon. He's got fantastic hands. He's playing the AFC East, which the only other good team in there is the Patriots. Not to mention Sammy Watkins just got traded. So is he the number 1 option now? I would assume so. Leonard Fournette. I feel like he has a very high ceiling. Other than that, I don't really know. I mean, they have a great receiver core over there. They have a pretty good quarterback. He could balance out that entire offense. The Jaguars are getting better, I think. We've been saying that for 10 years now, so who knows. Joe Mixon. He likes to smack a hoe. However, I think he's pretty good. We'll see what happens. Christian McCaffrey. He's a white boy. Do you not draft him because of that? Because he's a damn good running back. He can catch passes out of the backfield. And apparently, the Panthers are changing their whole offense around so that Cam doesn't run as much. Corey Davis, drafted by the Titans, looks good. Mike Davis, drafted by the Chargers, looks fantastic. And the Chargers' offense could be really, really good. They have a lot of players coming off of injury. And Mike Davis looks dominant. We'll see if he's even healthy. Melvin Gordon. Sleeper? I don't know. Fluke? I don't know. He was really good last year. Are they going to game plan? But again, that could be a dominant offense. We'll see. O.J. Howard for the Bucks. Tight end. Do you take him early? Can you score him in the 4th, 5th round? Is it worth it there? That offense could be very good. It looks to be very balanced. As long as Jameis can keep off the picks, we're looking good. As far as rankings go, I've been looking a lot into this. Running backs, pretty much 1, 2. You got David Johnson, Le'Veon Bell. David Johnson, I think he is what he is. You get big numbers out of him. That offense, that defense, that whole team is... Arizona should be better than they were last year. Their defense is solid. Their offense, I like that running game. I do. And Carson Palmer, as long as it's not a big game, he's going to do well. But we don't do playoffs in fantasy football, so there you go. Le'Veon Bell, it worries me a little bit that he did not get suspended for weed this year. But he is holding out, so we're going kind of the same direction with this. He's not practicing. I don't think he needs to. Unlike any running back I've ever seen, he's patient. He waits for lanes. He scores a ton of fantasy points. The dude is nasty. Who do you pick 1? Who do you pick 2? Maybe you pick a receiver. I don't know. Then after that, you have Ezekiel Elliott. He should have been the number 3 pick overall, for sure. But now he's suspended for 6 games. For being a little titty happy. Bar fight, whatever. Not convicted. No police. Nothing like that. Thanks, Tom Brady. Because you fucking inflated a football, these people have to serve more than 4 games because you're a fucking fag. Okay, well, that's going to affect fantasy football. Where do you draft him? Do you draft him late 1st round? Do you take a huge chance of drafting in the top 3? Or do you hold off and hope he's still there in the second round? With that offensive line, it might be worth it, but I don't know. After that, there's a pretty steep drop-off. A lot of people are saying LaShawn McCoy is next. I don't know what's happened with that team. Jay Ajayi, he had a huge year last year. Again, another AFC East. I don't know. Devontae Freeman, I feel like he should have been ranked higher. He was in a contract year, and now he's not anymore. He's the highest paid running back in the league at $9 million a year. Dude, NBA, a mediocre player gets paid that. Are you kidding me? Fuck the NBA. Jordan Howard, kind of an all-around running back. I like him a lot. That offense, I don't really know what to expect out of them. And then Leonard Fournette. He could be a huge difference maker. That balances that whole offense over there. Blake Bortles, he can throw the ball. That receiver core over there is nasty. The offensive line is decent. The defense is decent. They're going to be on the field a lot. We'll see about that. I don't know. I like him. As far as wide receivers go, let's move on to that. Wide receivers are deep. You know, the number one overall consensus is Antonio Brown. And yeah, dude's nasty. Catches a ton of passes, though this is not a PPR league. Catches a lot of touchdowns. But what about Big Ben? Is he going to be healthy? I believe that Big Ben has played 3 full seasons in his career. You might have to double check on that, but I think that's the truth. 2, 3, as far as the projections go, Julio and OBJ. Julio, nasty, freak of nature, good quarterback, good overall offense. They were in the Super Bowl last year. So Julio's nasty. If he stays healthy, he often does. OBJ, one of the most talented receivers in the league, probably the most athletic receiver in the league. But with Brandon Marshall there and the other receivers on the Giants, is he going to see as many touches? The defense is fantastic over there now, so the offense is going to be on the field a lot. OBJ, I think he'll be good. Plus, he's in a contract year, and he says that he's going to make football players get paid more money. I assume that means that he's going to have a good year. That's going to be a good pick. After that, we go down another tier to A.J. Green, who's also a freak of nature, nasty player, and Mike Evans. Mike Evans scored the most fantasy points out of any receiver last year. Did you know that? Probably not. Champions team did. Rob did, because he had him. And he had the number 1 scoring running back all year. Mike Evans is dirty. However, they've added some pieces to that offense too. Will it affect him? I'm not sure. A.J. Green, he's going to get his touches. The Red Rocket there, Andy Dalton, had a little bit of an off year last year. A.J. Green, he's going to get his touches. They're going to be just fine. I don't think you go wrong with that. Other receivers, maybe sleepers, maybe they suck. I don't know. Sammy Watkins just got traded to the LA Rams. The rookie quarterback, or second year now quarterback, they go over there. We'll see what happens, because Sammy Watkins is a huge talent. He's very good. He's so fast. He's got great hands. If he can stay healthy, he's a force to reckon with no matter what team. Automatically the number 1 receiver. However, he's not going to have a lot of practice time with them. Then you got DeAndre Hopkins. Quarterback issue in Houston. Fuller is out indefinitely. So that should mean more touches for him, but C.J. Fedorowski gets a lot of touches at the tight end position. We'll see there. Talented? Yes, absolutely. But wasted talent? Yeah, probably. Amari Cooper. People are forgetting about Amari. This dude is great. I'm telling you, this dude is nasty. He's ranked like 12th, 13th right now. With that offensive line, and now maybe they have a running game with Marshawn Lynch. Michael Crabtree took a lot of points from him last year. Crabtree is on the downturn. decent receiver. I think he's a soft-ass bitch, but he caught a lot of touchdowns last year. Amari Cooper is about to be one of the top 3 wide receivers in the league, I believe. Brandon Cooks, for you Patriots fans. Biggest mistake of his career, going to the Patriots in a dink and dunk offense. Tom Brady has never been able to throw the ball over 20 yards in the air. Randy Moss saved his ass, brought him out of danger. Right here, put his hand up, caught the ball, and took off, running like a fucking horse. Brandon Cooks is not that guy. He's speedy. He's an outside guy. Brady ain't going to be able to connect it to him. Biggest mistake of his career, he shortened his career by 5 years and shortened his paycheck by about, I don't know, $20 million to go to the Patriots. Maybe a good pick. There's too many weapons there. Alshon Jeffrey moved to Philly. I like Alshon. I fucking hate Philly. I hate the Eagles. Carson Wentz, the next coming. Fuck you. I fucking hate it. Carson Wentz is nothing special. The Eagles are going to finish probably in last place. Maybe they beat out the Redskins. But they're going to be behind in a lot of games. So maybe he gets some bombs. We'll see. Demaryius Thomas from Denver. One of the most talented wide receivers in the game. Huge. Physical. Fast. Good hands. Although we have QB issues over there as well. So, he used to be a first-round pick. I bet you get him in the 3rd round now. And I would take him there. As far as quarterbacks go, Aaron Rodgers. He's the only possible quarterback I see going in the 1st round. He's better than any quarterback all around that I've ever seen play the game. He's fantastic. After that, you got Brady, you got Breeze, you got Matt Ryan, you got Big Ben. Another tier down, you got Cam Newton, you got Marcus Mariota. See what happens with them. Cam Newton, they're supposed to be designing a new offense around him and McCaffrey. Not supposed to be running the ball as much, not supposed to be running an option. Trying to preserve him. He's lost 30 pounds going into camp this year, so he can be quicker with the ball. Marcus Mariota. I like him. He scored a ton of points last year. I think that he's going to be more of a scrambler than a runner. He's got a good arm on him, but he's fragile. He got hurt last year. You see that the first year in the league with him. I hope he's not another Robert Griffin, because RG3 was not good, is not good. And last I checked, I'm pretty sure he's putting coleslaw into containers at Popeye's Chicken. But, hey, everybody needs a job. Big Ben. Fantastic quarterback, one of my favorite quarterbacks. But he can't stay healthy. Like I said, he's had 3 full seasons in the NFL so far. Eli Manning, on the other hand, is an Iron Man. He doesn't miss a game. And with that new receiving core, you don't know what he's going to do. If he can cut down the picks a little bit, he's going to be nasty. The other quarterback I'm curious about is famous Jameis Winston, the crab grabber. This dude has an up-and-coming defense. He has a fantastic offense. O.J. Howard is dirty. He's got a few good receivers. Mike Evans is nasty. Doug Martin, the muscle hamster, he's a good running back. And they have another good running back, too. I don't know what's going to happen there. And then who nobody's talking about. How is this happening? Derek Carr. Derek Carr is dirty. That offensive line, that wide receiver core, they are very good. And now they might have a running back with Marshawn Lynch. Derek Carr might be my number 2 projection. He really might be past Aaron Rodgers. I like him a lot. As far as tight ends go, you got 5-6 good tight ends to draft. After that, it's kind of a waiver wire thing. You're picking one up, you're dropping them based on matchups. The number 1 tight end, Gronk. Let me tell you something about Gronk. I'm all set. I hope one of you pussy grabbers grabs Gronk in the 1st round, even in the 2nd. If he's not shooting a fucking commercial, or out on a cruise ship, or Belichick's resting him for the playoffs, or his pussy doesn't hurt, whatever. Maybe he plays 4 games a year. And yes, maybe you win all 4 of those games. If you're lucky, maybe he plays 8 and you win 6 of them. I'm all set with him. Please, somebody please draft him and waste a pick. Because I will not be. I've drafted him before, and I won't be doing it again. Other than that, like I said, 5 or 6 good ones. Get Travis Kelce, Jimmy Graham, dude from Carolina there. Can't think of his name right now, but he's nasty. He's pretty much a wide receiver. Maybe OJ, the new Juice, down in Tampa Bay. Other than that, that's it. The last thing I have to say is I'm going to beat all you guys. And you all are shit-sipping pieces of shit. And I will check in next time. If anybody wants to come to the draft, it is a live draft. It's going to be online. Not positive on the time yet. Probably between 8 and 9 o'clock at night. The wife will be cooking. I will have pizza and appetizers, wings and shit here. If you want beer, bring it yourself. Everybody's invited. Send me a message. Other than that, go fuck yourselves.